Welcome back to Faith and Familia. Why do I feel like it's so hard? How do I explain this? It's so weird to be joyous when you're talking about something that's difficult, and then you feel bad that you still are able to find your joy in the hard times. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think you've had years to walk through it and to deal with it and be sort of buffered by it. Whereas you're telling this story again to people like you're in the middle of it right now.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like there ought to be a caveat here. I couldn't begin to count how many tears have fallen between the two of us. It's been a lot of tears. It's been a lot of questions why. It's been a lot of happy tears, followed by very, very disappointed, sad tears. And
You always say that high highs and low lows.
high highs and low lows, and we live somewhere in between all that.
Even in your lowest points, give yourself grace to still find joy.
Yeah.
Like, give yourself grace to still, if something's funny, laugh. Give yourself grace to be hopeful.
Again.
And to still be excited. And what is the word I'm looking for? There's definitely a word about, like, you're still excited about something.
Expectant, yes.
Expectant.
Yeah.
Expectant is the word. You live right here.
After 4 cycles of IVF, this whole journey brought us to the point that we had been looking forward to the whole time, which was the day of implantation.
Implantation is that moment when your embryo, your baby, comes back into your body. And I was so excited for this experience, obviously, because this was how I was gonna get pregnant. It's kind of crazy because there's so much that goes into preparation for implantation.
Did I hear you say you're ready?
You are ready.
Thank you, Jesus.
God, we've been waiting so long to hear those words.
Yes.
You getting that?
Okay. So again, uterus is right here, lining is here. This is where we're going to look forward to seeing a pregnancy.
Where are we gonna see her?
We are going to look forward to seeing pregnancy right over here.
No freaking way.
Okay. So this is your uterus. We've already measured. We've looked inside. We've made sure everything inside and outside looks good.
Clean.
Clean. Yes. Okay. All right. You're ready.
Starting with these insane injections of progesterone. So you actually have to do these injections leading up. It actually starts with finding out when you get your period. You let your doctor know, oh, I've gotten my period. Sometimes they'll start you on birth control, from birth control to estrogen, from estrogen to progesterone shots.
Thick.
Progesterone is like an oil
Yeah.
that you have to inject into your muscle.
And it's a big syringe.
On your butt with a syringe.
thick.
Some people do their arm as well, I've heard, but I did my butt muscle, and it goes into the muscle,
yeah.
and it is quite painful. And you are pretty much going to take this to trick your body, because progesterone is the
Hormone release.
chemical hormone, whatever it's called, released into your body.
Yeah. We are not doctors.
Again, we are not doctors. That makes your body believe that you are pregnant, so that when this happens, it all makes sense. When they put the embryo back into your body, it's functioning as if it's pregnant. You start doing that. From there, I actually was highly recommended to start doing acupuncture. So I was going to my acupuncture appointments after I would finish episodes of The Real. I'd go to my doctor's appointments to get acupuncture, to relax, to really create a Zen environment, so that hopefully my embryo would stick to my uterus and implant itself into my uterus. And then I'd become pregnant, grow a full-term baby, and live happily ever after. And not only are there those huge injections, but all the instructions about, like, you have to use a antibacterial body wash. You can't use deodorant, you can't use lotions, you can't spray perfume. Like, there's so many things that could affect, you know,
Down to the
this
tiniest
working.
detail, yeah.
My mom actually came into town for implantation because it was important for her to take care of me. Once you implant the embryo, you're pretty much supposed to, like, chill and rest for the next 10 to 11 days. Your favorite warm meals, you're
hot
supposed
meals,
to keep
yeah.
your feet warm. I mean, there's all these instructions. So mom was like, I'm gonna be there for this special moment for my grandchild to be implanted and to kind of be a support system
The best.
for us. I obviously followed all of those instructions. We even got socks that said Baby Houghton on them. I had already named the embryo. I had blankets made. The first embryo we chose to implant was
A girl.
embryo baby girl number 1. It was just how I envisioned myself as a mom. I thought like, oh, I'm a girl mom.
I just want her to be here already. Like, I've already picked out the cutest outfits, and I started thinking about her nursery. I know exactly what I want. I want it to look like a little farmhouse. Like,
Oh, I like that.
yeah.
With a little barn door.
Yes, yeah. She's gonna have a baby farmhouse. She's gonna be so chic.
I know how to bathe a little girl, change a little girl. I've actually never had any boys in my family, so I've never had that. So I just didn't know. That just didn't come naturally to me in my mind. So we went with baby girl number 1, and we named what we would want that baby girl to be named. I had blankets made, went in there with that, baby Hilton socks. I think I actually wore a baby pink outfit. It's so crazy when you take yourself back to those moments. Went into acupuncture, and we actually did our implantation with Dr. Wong. And my embryos were transferred from Dr. Suri to Dr. Wong, and the baby we chose to implant was the first baby girl we got
Suri did.
from Suri.
You have follicles, but nothing big. 3, and on the left, you look perfect. See, everything's
Say that a little louder, please.
You look perfect.
I remember getting to Redondo Beach where they do the implantation and being so excited. Like, so excited. You drove. It was like a very peaceful morning. We listened to the playlist I had made for her on the way there. And the first thing I did was acupuncture to really calm my nerves. And they actually do stuff that's specific for your uterus. From there, you then walk over to the doctor's office where they're going to do the implantation. There is an embryologist, and I actually found this so incredibly interesting. We've all heard of these freak accidents where somebody
goes
else's
wrong, yeah.
baby is implanted into the wrong woman, or there's a confusion. And so I totally understood it's something to be taken serious. Like,
Yeah.
it's not something to play around with or to not be focused about. They give you a medical band. You put the medical band on. They show you the embryo, and they make sure that the name on that embryo matches the band that you have on, so that you are implanted with your correct baby. They also tell you what the sex of that baby is, because we did have a baby boy embryo, and to make sure that we were implanting the correct
The right one.
From there, the embryologist comes in, they make sure everything's fine. They actually ask you if you want to listen to any specific music. I actually enjoyed what was already playing. It was just very calm and serene in the room. Then I remember they give you Valium to make sure that you're completely calm. Did they make me pee or did they not? I can't pee. I'm so curious of this. Was this when it was Waiting on the World to Change?
Yeah.
That's the song that was playing.
That is really good memory, and I remembered it, but
Guys, it happens so quickly, and you're watching on a monitor your embryo travel through the thing, and then it has like a little flash, and it's like released into your uterus, and then you literally just wait there for some moment. For us, we just prayed and meditated. I remember I had a tear falling out of this eye, just trying to be calm in the moment. You go home and you just wait. And it's always so weird to me that our favorite number is 11, and they always tell you you have to wait 11 days until you're given the word. And I remember asking, can I pee? And me asking, like, it's a very common thing to feel like you're gonna pee the baby out. Obviously, it's not even the same area, but it's the sensation you feel like you want to make sure that the embryo that has been placed in you, you want to make sure it stays in there. So I remember being like, should I sit with my legs up? Should I? And of course, I was on these group chats trying to get all the information I could possibly get. So we ended up going home, and my mom made cremita, and I just laid on the sofa and chilled. And like, you're not supposed to walk up steps. You're literally supposed to just relax. And I was there being taken very well care of. My mom took great care of me. You took great care of me. Lana took great care of me. We just cuddled and dreamed of getting the best news. And we did.
So, 11 days of buildup. We had gotten used to getting, hey, I've got good news. So we get this good news call, you're pregnant. We're excited. We went into such like, okay, this is happening. You were doing Masked Singer at the time, so we informed the producers like, hey, this is in motion. We're pregnant.
Even though it was like a very long process of that show, by the end, we felt confident enough that by the time it would air, that we'd be like showing.
Yeah.
So we were like, we can do the finale. When we did like the question, like when you make it to the end of the show, they ask you more questions about yourself. They actually allowed me to talk on the mic. And I don't remember exactly how it went because it's a little blurry in my mind and in my memory. Nick Cannon coming up to me and giving me the biggest hug, and me being super careful in those last few things. Like I know that one of my finale dances was
The Tina Turner
Turner, and it was like exerting quite a bit, and I was like, take it easy, you know, kind of half-assing it through, and then I'd only give it my all for the last bit. And then I'd ask doctors a million times, like, is it okay for me to be doing this? They're like, if you have been doing this whole time, you're absolutely fine to continue dancing, to continue performing. Like, if it's not something new and strenuous on your body, then you are totally fine. I have a video somewhere of Jeannie
Oh, yeah.
filming Tam holding me over the toilet at the reel. That was, I missed the first show, and the second show of the day, the Kardashians were the guests.
Oh, wow.
And I remember telling them in the room, like, I'm so sorry. I almost wasn't gonna be on this show because I'm pregnant and I'm suffering from morning sickness. I know it sounds so weird. I loved morning sickness. It was a love-hate relationship. It was like, I hate this feeling, but then I'd read all these things that said,
That means things are going
yeah, like that means things are going well. You're tearing me up from the inside, like you're making waves. And I was like, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Like I would convince myself of that. So I was like, it's fine. Granted, it would take me out for the count, but it was a good thing.
Yeah. Good trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that Israel and I loved about this journey was dreaming together.
Right.
Like we say, yes, there was low lows, but there was also really good, special times manifesting. And one of those moments was when we went on our trip to Italy before coming back for implantation. Like we literally knew this was the lineup and this is what we were gonna do.
Right.
And I will never forget going baby shopping
In Italy.
We went to the cutest stores. I even took a picture with an ice cream cone and the bag with all the little clothes that I got. And even from the tour that we did of our home in Bel Air on All Things Adrienne, I always knew that I wanted the room that was attached to my bedroom to be the nursery. I always thought that was so perfect. And so we kind of started coming up with ideas of what the nursery would look like, what it would be like, and we started filling the closet with clothes, with baby clothes. And I know that so many people can relate to this. If you're hoping and praying for a baby, there's almost beauty in like saving a space for hope. And so
Wow.
you collect things. When we went for my birthday to Lake Arrowhead,
Yeah.
there was also another child store there, and we bought mittens, and we dreamed about, oh my gosh, next year,
Right.
like when
Next
we come
year,
here
this
for my
time,
birthday,
yeah.
and the baby's here, and all the things we're gonna do, and you know, she's gonna need little warm mittens, and we got the little mittens and the hat, and that probably seemed really creepy and probably super weird, but it brought me hope. It
Yeah.
made me feel like I was expecting this baby. And so
Kind of creating a sacred space too. Like this closet is all about her.
and I would get crazy.
Yeah.
We'd have like my mom and papa would come and stay in the nursery room. It was one of our guest rooms at the time, and they'd come and stay there, and they'd like put their stuff in there, and I'd be like, this is her closet. I had worked so hard to get in really good shape to be healthy and have a healthy pregnancy. And even during the beginning of my pregnancy, nothing bothered me. Like I would have morning sickness, didn't bother me. I was exhausted, didn't bother me.
The progesterone
The
shot?
progesterone shots that you actually do up to 10 weeks of being pregnant. It was like, this is all for
A much greater
a
cause.
much greater
Yeah,
cause.
yeah,
So I was able to like push through all of that.
I woke up on the morning of your birthday and started writing a song for the baby. And I got so excited about the song that I brought in a bunch of guys, like Grammy-winning guys and friends of mine, musicians, recorded this beautiful song, put orchestra on it to
We're
make the
actually
announcement.
preparing to debut on the Thanksgiving episode and pretty much say that this is what we were the most grateful for.
Yeah.
I throw Thanksgiving at my house. I had a freaking Ferris wheel in the front of my house, okay? I had a Ferris wheel. I had some other
A little
roller coaster.
Yeah, little kids roller coaster.
And we had all of this themed out because this is what I'm the most thankful for, that my prayers have been answered, and I was thankful for Familia
Yeah.
and growing our Familia. Remember the pumpkins?
Yes.
We had chocolate pumpkins made.
That you can open.
Yeah.
Like, hit with the
Where you hit them.
Chris Ford, our friend.
Chris
at
Ford, Butter
Lovin'.
Love and Hard Work,
Yep,
right?
yep.
And he literally, you would break it, and inside it was gonna say Baby Houghton, right?
Yep, yep,
Coming
Yep.
May 2020.
Wow.
That's insane.